Hello and welcome back to the Furman University News Channel. My name is Colby Hawk.
And I'm Brady West. Thanks for tuning in. This week is National Park Week. Tell me, what is your favorite park of all time?
Well, I would say the biggest one in my memory without a doubt is the Grand Canyon. I visited about 10 years ago. It was amazing. It's so different going to like this arid desert climate and seeing all this, all these valleys and all the craggles and everything. And the water below, we actually went down to the bottom and we got a boat ride on the bottom in the little stream, creek, river, whatever you want to call it. It was amazing. Definitely one of my all-time bucket list parks to go to around the world. If you've never been, you definitely should go check it out. Well worth the visit.
All right.
How about you, Brady?
I haven't been to many parks that I can recall, but there was this one little park near my hometown that I really liked. Just very simple, little walking trail, little gymnasium for the kids, all that stuff. Really great time. I like that one.
Good deal. Sometimes simplicity is key. Yeah. Well, with that in mind, let's take a look at the weather forecast for this week. Today, Monday the 20th, you can expect it to be slightly cloudy with a high of 74 degrees and a low of 44. Then on Tuesday the 21st, expect sunny skies with a high of 73 degrees and a low of 49. Finally, on Wednesday the 22nd, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 83 degrees and a low of 51. And that's it for the weather.
Today's word of the day is aberration. An aberration is a departure from what is normal, usual, or expected, typically an unwelcome one. It can be used in the context of sentences such as, the drop in the school's test scores was dismissed as an aberration, or, for her, she normally behaved calmly, so her outburst was an aberration.
And now, let's take a look at some of our stories from the students across campus.
I think that labels are just identifiers that we use to kind of shape people into neat little categories that make it easier for everyone else, but not necessarily the person themselves. Just kind of ways of identifying different groups of people very broadly and globally, not very completely.
Megan Lynch and Eric Minkhouse, two queer sophomores at Furman University in Greenville, South Carolina, both part of the class of 2028, share and detail their negative and often harmful experiences with labels of their queer identity.
I have been called a lot of labels throughout my life. Growing up as a very openly feminine person, even as a child, it was hard to escape just being associated with that and what comes with being queer, visibly queer, as a young person, especially in middle school. People would try to box me in when I literally had no idea what I was.
All the labels that I've tried to put myself in have ended up negatively affecting the way that I view my identity and the way that I see myself and interact with my sexuality. But I think that they can also be really harmful to a lot of people too, because it really traps you in a certain set of boundaries that you really identify well, that they don't identify well, but you're stuck there.
In a 2025 Stanford University research article, Laura Wachowska explains, "We are not labels. We are people who feel, live, desire, and love." Join us in the fight against labels by submitting labels you don't identify with under the hashtag #Don'tLabelMe. Together, we can break stigmas against queerness.
Last Friday, Furman Engaged 2026 debuted, showing off various happenings across campus. From student presentations, projects, research, and other various happenings, there were over 930 total presentations, with over 804 students sharing their academic and creative work.
There are some very interesting CLPs coming up, so let's take a look at some of them. On Wednesday at 5 p.m. in the Hartness Pavilion, be sure to check out the CLP titled Who Controls How We See the Past? This program considers how interpretations of the past inform perceptions, the laws we pass, the practices we uphold, and how groups are seen and treated. This session will include small group roundtable conversations that invite participants to deepen their understandings of the topics and listen to a range of perspectives.
On Friday, April 24th in the McAllister Auditorium, be sure to check out the COP titled Street Scene, an American opera. The Sarah Reese Lyric Theater at Furman University presents Street Scene, an English language opera by Kurt Weill. Set over the course of 2 sweltering summer days on a New York City tenant stoop, the opera portrays the lives, struggles, and aspirations of immigrant working class families living side by side in an urban community. Often described as a Broadway opera, Street Scene uniquely blends operative technique with jazz, blues, and American popular songs, creating a vivid and distinct American musical language. Despite it being a paid event, Furman students can enter for free with their ID at the door. For more information, be sure to check out Furman's official COP calendar at furman.edu.
And with that, that's it for today's show. If you have any questions, comments, or stories, be sure to contact us at can'tstopthefunk@gmail.com or visit us on our Instagram, Can't Stop the Funk. My name's Colby Hawk.
And I'm Brady West. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.